Hello all YouTubers, it's Rudy, K7RAW, the Antenna Whisperer, coming to you today from Lone Mountain Park in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. We have something very special to share with you today, and we're going to do this with a live video, so please forgive the video. It might be a little bit rough at times, but we're going to try to do this without a lot of editing and such, so I can get the news out to you quickly. What we're here today to look at is how to analyze antennas in a whole new way. I'm going to show you. The antenna that we have here is a 20-meter resonant vertical that's on a telescopic whip. We have a common mode choke at the feed point. We have 24 of these 10-foot radials of 20-gauge silicone wire, which lay out very, very nicely. So the question becomes, while you can model this with EZNEC fairly nicely, you don't really know what it's really doing. And there's no good way to do it, because you'd have to take a field strength readings from the air. So what we've come up with is a way to do just that. So what I'm going to show you today is the setup, and then we're going to actually do it and show you the results. So stand by. So what we have here is my Yaesu FT991. Let me turn the volume down here a little bit. 100 watts, set up for CW on 20 meters. I've tuned it up, and it's beautifully resonant with an SWR of about 1.1 or less. We have a lithium battery down here. That's a 20 amp hour lithium battery with a little you can see the power reading right there. That's what we're going to use to excite the antenna. And then what we have is this new device called the DroneScan. And it's a little completely self-contained battery operated unit with a vertical loop antenna on it, with some little sticky pads, some Velcro sticky pads, and that's what we're going to use to attach to our DJI Mini 3 drone, so that this rides on the back of the drone. So let me pause and do that. So now we've got the DroneScan mounted to the drone, and you can see it's pretty darn secure. And we've got this drone with a nice little landing skid on it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire it up, and you can see the little orange LED there that tells me that it's firing up. So while it's firing up, let's go. I'm going to take this out to the launch place out at the end. So here we are out here at one wavelength away, 20 meters or 66 feet. And you can see that we are right here at the 66-foot mark right there. And what we've laid out is a tape to mark the angles that the drone will have to hover over, because we want to measure it at a 1 wavelength radius arc up in the air around this antenna. So we've got to stay at 66 feet away. As we go in closer and closer to the antenna, we have to go higher and higher. So we have to follow a little chart, which I'll show you here right now. So this is a simple spreadsheet I built with the elevation angles, the distance, okay, from way out at 1 wavelength down to 0 wavelengths away, and the altitude I have to climb up so that I'm at a constant radius arc. And here I can take the different data on this guy. So here we see my my phone. That's an old phone without a SIM card in it, and this is the dashboard that the DroneScan actually transmits over Wi-Fi. And I can take live data, such as I can capture the background signal. Okay, there's the background signal, and I can capture different angles just like this. And if I need to clear it, I can clear it all like that. and I can watch my battery status, and I even get a Wi-Fi signal, which will come in a second. So as I fly the Arc, I'll measure 0 degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, just like we've laid out here. As you can see, way out there, you can see, let me zoom in if I can. Yeah, you can see I've laid out these markers every 10 degrees. So anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly this thing here in a minute. We'll take some measurements and show you what we get. But we're getting real field strength meter in decibels, in dB. So we'll be able to plot this on an EZNEC plot of dB in the same way, so we can actually correlate what we measure to what we model on EZNEC. So this is going to be fun, so stand by. Okay, so we're going to take off now. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Come on.
Home point updated.
Okay, so it's updated its home point, and we're going to launch and hover.
Home point updated.
There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to point the camera straight down. Let me get it up a little higher. We're going to point the camera straight down, and I'm going to show you this control screen. Let me go ahead and get this lined up a little bit. And show you what I mean. Now, what's interesting is this is the Mini 3 Pro, but the Mini 4 Pro has the ability to set in waypoints, and it will fly the waypoints. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'm hovering over the 10-degree mark. And then what I would do is I would take a snapshot at the 10-degree mark, and then I would move up to the 20-degree mark, hover straight over that at a different altitude, like that, and you can see that now I'm hovering at a higher altitude over the 20-degree mark. And we continue doing that while we take the snapshots with the dashboard on my alternate smartphone, and we actually get a complete plot, which I'll show you here in a minute. And this is what it looks like when you're hovering right over the antenna at the 90-degree point. So we've taken a number of data points here, and we're going to plot them. And how we plot them is we subtract the background from each one, and then we take the highest value and subtract that from all of them, and that normalizes the plot to 0 dB at its strongest position. So let me show you the EZNEC plot. This is the EZNEC plot of this antenna as best I can estimate the ground, which is not easy to do, by the way. Grounds are really strange. So let me show you now the data that we've reduced, and you can see this curve right here of the data we just took compared to the EZNEC plot. And you can see at 0 degrees we're still getting quite a bit of signal strength. Out here it was 0 dB, but it's only down by about 14 dB going straight up. So we have a lot of signal close to the antenna. So what does this mean? It tells you, number one, a little bit about your propagation, what you can expect, where your energy is going, and depending on the propagation conditions for that band, you can get a better idea of what kind of Q cells you're going to make and where. But more interestingly, for those antenna experimenters of you out there, this is a great way to find out when you're doing changes to your antenna, especially like your ground plane on a vertical. You can get all kinds of information about how effective your ground plane is and what it's doing to your radiation pattern. Also, if you've got a directional antenna like a POTA Performer or any other kind of antenna, vertical or otherwise, you can do the measurement on this and actually compare it to the EZNEC model and see if you're making adjustments to the good or to the bad. So it's a pretty interesting process, and now for the first time you can actually get real data. So there you have it. It's the DroneScan3D from the Antenna Whisperer, and it'll be up on eBay here pretty soon, but I'll be doing a presentation at Pacificon on October 10th at 11 a.m. at the Antenna Seminar on Friday, October 10th, and then I'll be doing a live flight demo right after that where we'll be demonstrating it, and I'll have them for sale at my booth in the expo hall. So I hope you can make it to Pacificon. If not, follow us. There'll be a full set of specifications and description in the description section below, and I won't ask you to hit the subscribe button or the bell icon or the like icon. I wouldn't bother you with something like that. But do check out my YouTube channel, The Antenna Whisperer, for lots of videos like this, especially my Antenna Talk series, which is a great sequential series that'll teach you all about antennas for ham radio. So hopefully you'll enjoy those, and hopefully you enjoy today's debut of the DroneScan3D drone-mounted flying field strength meter system. You can contact me. My email is on qrz.com on my homepage. Look me up there and drop me a line and tell me what you think. If you'd like to review this drone scan, I have units that will be available for review. So if you're an influencer in the ham radio antennas out there, I'll be happy to send you one and let you play with it and let you try it out. So anyway, this is Rudy, K7RAW, the Antenna Whisperer, saying 7-3 to all, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.